everyone, it's Catherine from Buggalena Embroidery Designs, and today we are going to make the picture perfect BuggaBand that has a little pocket in it for putting a photo. I'm going to try to make this video quick because everybody says mine are so long. So what I've done here is I have hooped a sheet of tearaway stabilizer. Don't mind the little spot, it's a little bit of a defective piece, but hey, I'm defective too, so it works. Anyway, so I hooped my stabilizer so it was nice and tight, and then I ran the very first placement stitch, and the first thing I'm going to do is I'm taking a piece of vinyl and I'm covering that area. You could use fabric too, or any other kind of vinyl. This is actually a piece of blackboard fabric I'm testing out. It's a different brand than the other one from my other video. So I am testing it for the very first time. So I am going to put that in and I'm going to run step 2. Okay, while that was running, I cut a piece of 12 gauge clear vinyl, and what I want to do is I'm going to take this out and show you. See the darker stitch? That is the top of your pocket. So look for your straightest edge of your piece of vinyl and line that up to that, and obviously that one's not straight, so let's try this side. Alright, this is much straighter. So I'm just going to line that up and put a little bit of tape on each side so it stays in place when I run the next step. I apologize if you can hear kids in the background. They are making a lot of noise today. So here you go, here's an up close look. The straightest edge, I put it right below that line, and I'm covering these 3 sides because we are going to trim these after. So I'm going to go ahead and pop this in, and we're going to run the next step. Forgot to add a stop in my multi-needle there. I'm just gonna go ahead and stop that one because I really want to remove it after that step, and we need to trim around our little pocket. So I'm going to do that now. Okay, so I just finished trimming around the sides and the bottom of the pocket for our photo. You don't have to worry about being too perfect because it's clear, you're not going to see it as readily. So the next thing I'm going to do is return this to my hoop, and it's going to stitch the wording picture perfect. And I apologize for the noise. I'm gonna pause you while the stitches. Oh. Okay, so it just stitched the wording picture perfect, and then I forgot to push stop. So it's going on to the next step, which is the second to the last step, and it is creating the opening for the BuggaBand for our FOE. So I'm going to let that finish. It'll only take a sec. Okay, so at this point you have the little openings ready, the wording is done, your pocket is ready. So the only other thing we need to do is take a piece of felt, or you could use another piece of vinyl and put it on the back. I think for this one I'm gonna go ahead and just use a piece of vinyl on the back, because I'm too lazy to get up and go find a piece of felt that actually matches. So we're gonna just go with double vinyl on this one. I was originally gonna stitch the wording in blue, so I had blue ready, but then I was looking at the photo I'm gonna use, and my son's wearing Batman pajamas with Superman and Batman battle or whatever. So it's got black and red. So anyway, I wanted to match, so okay. Enough said. Let's keep going here. So I'm going to put this back in my machine and run the final step, which is an outline of the design minus the openings. Okay, it just finished stitching, and that's what that noise is telling me. I'm done. Okay, so, and now we have it all the stitching is done. So all you have to do is unhoop your project. And you're gonna trim, and my scissors just totally disappeared on me. So I'm gonna grab them. Okay, the first thing I like to do is quickly just rough cut around my design, leaving myself enough room so I can go back and fussy cut. But I like to get the bulk out of the way. And then I am going to trim nicely around the final outline. I'm going to pause it for a sec. Okay, I just trimmed around the edges of my design. And if you look on the back, you'll see the openings, and that's where we're gonna slide our fold over elastic. I'm gonna be using some Pokemon FOE. Let's see. Here is the photo I'm gonna use, and I'll tell you how I pre-cut it before I started our video. I'm just gonna slide that into the pocket. It's nice and snug and perfect. Oh, I know. I was thinking it goes this way, but I forgot I was on the side of the bed when I took the picture, so it actually goes this way. This was the other day. My son and one of our golden retrievers, they were sleeping like this. I thought it was so cute. I had to take a picture. So, that is the photo I'm using. My little guy likes Pokemon, so I'm going to use Pokemon. I usually just take any kind of wooden dowel, part of my tube turner set, or a chopstick. I typically just fold over a good amount onto my chopstick, and then I find the opening in my BuggaBand, and I guess it would help if I would aim it the right way, and just slide that straight up, pull that. It's foolproof. It always turns out perfectly for me. And then you can overlap the edges. You can take a lighter and lightly heat treat the ends as well and seal those. You can stitch it, you can glue it. I use ribbon ends. If you've seen in my other video, the ribbon ends are quick and easy. But that's all there is to it. It is super duper simple, for real. I mean, anybody can do this. You guys can totally do this. Now, my little cheat for how I got the photo to fit like perfectly on the first try was, before I started our video, I hooped a sheet of tearaway stabilizer, and then I stitched out just step 2, and so that gave me a little template to use, and then I cut it out, and then I just laid it over my photo. See, here's the sleeping one. I just laid it over and cut out how I wanted it to look when I was done. I had a couple ready just in case. We have a wireless printer upstairs. It was cheap and really like it. Anyway, I just love this. If you have any other questions about this, let me know. I am happy to help. And I hope you enjoyed watching, and I hope you learned something new. Have a great night.